Hello and welcome to the Workouts for Older Men podcast. I am Skip La Cour. I'm so glad you are joining me. Today, I want to give you some strategies, a way of thinking and taking action in the gym so you can build more muscle in less time, be more effective and efficient with what you do, building muscle, getting the most from your efforts in the gym. Now, Workouts for Older Men, it's not just for older men. It's for older men with busy, productive lives who must get more done in less time. They have to be efficient with their willpower, focus, energy, and time in the gym with their eating habits to build that muscle, lose body fat, be healthy and fit, and live a long, healthy life. There are some older men who are, it's just muscle building. It's their passion. It's their hobby. They takes them back to when they're 22 years old. They want to spend a couple hours in the gym 7 days a week. They want to build that muscle, go on that journey, right? It's their relief from stress in life, and not that if you want to be effective and efficient with your time, you've got a limited amount of time, that it can't be your stress release. But there's a hardcore approach that some older men take, and they believe that's the only path they can take to get the results. And it's because they're following the younger, passionate fitness experts who are 22 years old, 25 years old. The vast majority of people and men who work out in the gym are much, much younger than you. And I don't have to tell you that if you're in your 50s, 60s, whatever it is. This market, who it attracts as the influencers, the coaches, the teachers, all right? It's the younger guys, and they've got the biggest audience, so they're going to get the most likes. They're going to get the most views. They're going to seem the most influential because they are in that group. Now, again, workouts for older men, it's not that you have to do a barbell curl differently to build your biceps. It's just that what strategies are the most effective and efficient that will get the job done for you, your values, your priorities, your fitness goals. Because if you take all the details, all those strategies to heart of a younger man with less on his plate, who doesn't have your goals, you're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to be confused. It's not going to be sustainable, even if you're able to do it. Right? So that's what makes this podcast Workouts for Older Men. So, in this podcast, I want to talk about how to maximize your efforts in the gym, how to build more muscle in less time in the gym. Right? And it's about progressive overload. You probably have heard that the younger guys talk about it too, because it's an organizing principle to building muscle, no matter what your age is. Right? It's progressive overload, but how do you, what does that mean? And how do you put yourself on that path? All right? Because it's a process. It's not an on or off switch. You know this throughout life. You probably have taught your kids this, that, what you believe in your mind to be true, you will work towards it. And the chances are much greater if you believe in a system, a strategy, you believe in your identity, you believe it's something will work out, you give it the best chance to work out. Right? So you got to understand why you need to build more muscle, how to do it, the whole process. And I want to explain that to you, but I got to give you the certainty and confidence that when you go on this journey and you get more and more out of yourself through this progressive overload journey, and it's not an on or off switch. It's a process that you have to put yourself through. And even if you get great gains the first week that you apply this thinking to your training, don't stop there. Think if we're going to be 6 months from now, a year from now, yes, you can get to higher levels, even with something like muscle building, and you don't have to be this crazy, passionate, and surround your life about workouts. All right. So why do we want to build muscle when we're older? All right. Is it all about the way you look? I mean, we would probably want to look good. We want to be stronger around the house or whatever it is. We want to keep our youth, whatever. But we need to build muscle. We need to tax ourselves. We need to build muscle as we get older. Right? We never thought we were going to be this old, right? But we're going to be even older. And now is the time that we fight to build. All right. And we go on this progressive overload journey, this challenge, all right, this measurement system this game, right, to build more muscle. And at the very least, because, look, at any age, but especially when you're older, you're not going to see these massive muscle gains in the mirror. Some guys think they do. Some guys think that they don't. You're not going to see the massive muscle gains, right, in a matter of weeks, or sometimes even a matter of months. You're building that muscle with everything you do in the gym. And I'll tell you, and I'll say this over and over again, the leaner you are, the more you'll appreciate your muscle. You may not be as heavy on the scale as you might think you should, right? But that's quality muscle, and it's lean. It's shown. It gives this illusion of muscle, and that's the way you should look, not the way you think you should look. That's reality. Talk more about that on future podcasts. But I want to talk about this progressive overload process and how it will work for you, and how you can build more muscle in less time in the gym, because I know you got a busy, productive life. Right? But we need that muscle. You're going to need it later. So let's get in the habits now to build muscle and certainly preserve what we have. Right? So a lot of times, okay, yeah, Skip, hey, I've got a workout routine, or I need a workout routine. What's the right workout routine? There's so many different opinions out there. Again, the frequency, how often you should work out, right? Do you train that body part a couple of times a week? That's the number one question. They think more is better. Most people think more is better. So if I want a bigger chest or bigger arms, why do it once a week when I can do it twice a week, because more is better? That doesn't make sense. And that's what the younger guys are telling you, right? That's what they're telling you, because they don't want to take the chance. They want to maximize their muscle gain. They'll put in 2 workout sessions a week because more is better. It seems so obvious, right? That's counterintuitive. Look, everything is based on intensity. It's what you do in those 2 sessions or those 1 sessions. And believe it or not, no matter how hard you think you train, you spread out your workouts 6 days a week, train those body parts twice a week, knowing you're training it again in 3 or 4 days. Again, twice a week, more is better. You are diluting the intensity of your workouts, right? Where it's averaging out. And so the things, I have to stretch your imagination to believe that if you took that body part, all right, that training, and not make it necessarily longer, but more with what you do in that 1 session per week, that it can get the same amount of gains. I know that sounds just crazy. It sounds so radical, right? It's but what you do, and you got to believe that there's more. You got to take yourself on this progressive overload journey, right? So, many, many years ago, so I was a 6-time national champion drug-free bodybuilder. Oh, there's no way this guy's drug-free and this and that. So early on in my training, probably 5 years into it, I was accomplished. But I ran into this one body part training. Somebody explained it to me, and I just wanted to be the best. So I really didn't say, oh, that doesn't make sense to me, I'm not going to do it. I wanted to be the best. And as I tell my kids, you got to put a 15 out of 10 effort into it. I put it into training at 1 body part once a week. My training intensity, the feel of the muscle, the amount of weight I lifted, it was gigantic, far more than I thought I would have done. If it was just theory, hey, train it once and not twice. No, you got to actually believe it. You got to need it. You got to be willing to take that risk and then put the effort in, go on a journey. So when I switched, and again, I was already a local champion or a state champion or whatever it is at that time, I could have just kept on doing what I was doing. I could have just, I'm not going to do this. I do it twice a week. I train a couple hours a day in the gym. Why would I mess up what I'm already doing? I'm glad I did take that leap of faith. You, at this age, you probably have to take the leap of faith, right? For recovery, for sustainability, you got to find a way to get more done in less time, but not sacrifice the results, because I know if you're going to do this, you want the results. All right. So, more isn't better, better is better. 2 times training a body part once a week is not better than once when you know what you're doing, especially for the goals that you have. You're not going to try to be some big giant bodybuilder. All right. Longer workouts 2-hour workouts aren't better than 45 5-minute workouts when you know what you're doing. All right, training 6 days a week is not better than training 4 days a week when you know what you're doing. All right. Okay, more exercises aren't better. More reps aren't better. More sets of those exercises with those sets in them are not better. All right. So here's the point of every set. And this is the key. Every set that you do, when you are done, and I don't care if you use a 20-pound dumbbell or a 50-pound dumbbell. I don't care what the exercise is. I don't care how many sets you do of this exercise. All right. The point is, when you put it down, whatever your rep scheme is, all right, whatever your weight is, when you put it down, again, safety, safety, safety. You don't want to hurt yourself. Good form, feel that muscle, but you're taxed. You're taxed. I mean, really taxed. All right. So if you use that 20 pounds instead of 50 pounds, then you're going to have to do more reps to at the end of that one set only. Don't think about how many you did before. Don't think about how many you have left in the workout. Just that one set, that intense focus on that one set. That when you use that 20 pounds, you're going to have to do more reps than if you do 50 pounds. When you're done, you just can't do any more. Again, be safe. Don't get sloppy with form. Don't hurt yourself, right? It's a mental challenge, what you can do versus what I could do, what somebody else can do. But that's the game. That's the challenge. All right, I like 6 to 8 reps in using 6 to 8 reps in using heavier weight, and I'm safe and I control it, right? You got to know what's safe for you. And again, you got to go on a journey to, maybe you can lift more weight. I don't know. You got to find that out for you. Strength is relative. The amount of weight to lift is relative. It's just that if you use lighter weight, then you're going to have to do more reps. If you use heavier weight safely, then you can use fewer reps. 6 to 8, I just like that burst of intensity. I don't like to think for 15, 20 reps, even if I already use lighter weight, because at the end, it's going to feel challenged anyway, right? Think about it. Did you really push yourself? When you put that down, did you just stop at a number? Did you stop for safety? That's fine. You got to do what's comfortable for you, but you got to go on this journey of progressive overload to see what you really can do. And don't just come to the conclusion after a couple workouts or a week of working out like this. Really focusing in on that one set. Just keep on asking more. Make a game, make a challenge, because I'm telling you, even if you had a great week just applying this simple distinction, right? Keep on going. 3 weeks from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, understanding progressive overload is in that one set. Again, of course, be safe, use good form, hit that mind muscle. Don't limit yourself of how much weight or how many reps is safe or what you can do. Just go at your own pace, but ask yourself for more. Don't think again about how many sets you did in the past. Don't pace yourself. Well, I still get 82 more sets or 5 more exercises, right? Then you'll start understanding that a lot of exercises in some of these workouts that the younger guys do that take an hour and a half or longer, a lot of the exercises duplicate the same thing, the other exercise. It's just a slight variation. You can cut those out when you train with this type of effectiveness and efficiency, this intensity, this progressive overload. You go on this game and challenge and continue going on this game and challenge, right? You don't need all those exercises. A lot of them duplicate each other. And, you don't need all those sets, because when you do it right, you can cut them down a lot of times in half. And you don't even have to train that body part a couple times a week when you do this, especially for your goals now that you're older. You got to create a sustainable system for your lifestyle that's going to produce the results that you want, and not some young guy bodybuilder that's all he thinks about. Hey, most of the guys, look, I've been doing this for 34 years. Been on the internet right when it started, writing for the muscle magazines. Somewhere, my ambition made me say, hey, this is working. I'm a champion already, but I want to take it even further. And I not only tried it, I gave a 15 out of 10 effort. I can tell you those younger guys, their quest, their passion, their love of being in the gym, they have not given it a 15 out of 10 effort of doing one body part once a week. All right. And if they have, did they keep on pushing it? Were they satisfied? Who's doing the talking? And who are you listening to? All right? Take that leap of faith. Get the most out of that set. Go on a progressive overload journey. Don't stop even when you get results after 3 weeks or 3 months. Keep on going. A year from now, you'll see how you could get more done in less time, build more muscle in less time, and it's sustainable for your busy, productive life. So you can get on and keep those values and priorities, your family, your business, and still look amazing now that you're a little bit older. Hey, if you want more specific strategies, I've got many ways to help you. Reach out to me. My email address is skip@skiplacour.com. You can text me, you can call me, and I will pick up the phone. I will return your call at 925-352-4366. Visit my skiplacour.com website. There's many videos I have that explain a lot of training, workout, eating strategies, mindset, systems, strategies, the most productive, the most successful, the healthiest, the longest, healthiest, longest living older men, because this is all I think about our situation. All right. Reach out to me. You can see a description of how you can learn more about me, get some one-on-one coaching from me. I'll become your teacher. I'll become your coach. I'll become your accountability partner. So you can have this for the rest of your life. Right? And you've taken care of a lot of other things in your life, and now it's time to focus on this. Can you change? Will you change? You must change. I want to help you do that, so reach out to me for one-on-one coaching. All right, so that's going to do it for this Workouts for Older Men podcast. Let's take on the day with a sense of urgency. We have to when we're a little bit older. We've got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Have a great day.